Hey guys, what's up? And welcome to my YouTube channel once again. It is Chari, and I just want to say thank you all to everyone who watched my last video. It was so awesome to get, these really encouraging messages and calls from people. Like you guys are really like the best, and in believing in me. I've come to when it comes to making 10 figures, I honestly have come to peace with it. Like I feel I've really gone with the vibrations of that becoming true. It's like it says, it's like if someone asks you like, okay, what's 2 plus 2, you answer 4, like without any anxiety. It's kind of like the same. It's like, oh, are you gonna be a billionaire? Yes. And I have no anxiety when saying that. I guess to like tell everyone, you know it's I've come to peace with it because I feel like it's my birthright in a way, and I feel like that's the case for absolutely everyone. Whatever you want, whatever, if it exists, you can have it. And I'm just like super excited about what the world has for me, because like this life is for enjoyment. This life, this universe, our God, our powers, all here to make us happy. All it asks is what can you give in return. And so for me, that's services and kindness, and quality. And I know that's going to be compensated very, very, very well. So to kind of go into my first chapter, so in my last video I talked about what my how I'm going to get to making $100 million a year. I've actually might change it to before I get into that, I'm gonna change a little bit. So like I want to make over $100 million a year, but I think I'm gonna really focus on my monthly earnings, because I feel like in society we're kind of like when we talk about like 6 figures and 7 figures and all that type of stuff, we speak of it in a yearly basis. But actually, in a lot of countries, when they speak of their salary, they speak of it on a monthly basis, right? So when I graduated college, I got a job where I would have made 6 figure. Like, I mean, to be candid, it was $120,000 a year, $80,000 base, and $40,000 bonus. And I was like, I'm making 6 figures, but in reality, the bonus was at the end of the year. I had to be more cognizant of how much I'm making post-tax monthly, because that is where my expenses really lie. And so everyone's yee about making 6 figures when in reality you're making 5 figures. So I was really just making 5 figures because I want to really center my focus on how much I'm making every single month, right? And so that's kind of like where I'm going to like kind of move my journey. So as of now, I'm making 5 figures, just so I can be honest about where I am. And my goal is to make 8 figures a month by the time I'm 30. So I'm gonna make 8 figures, and like I said, that's gonna be a matter of providing high quality services to the world where I can be compensated very well, but also equally compensating people as well. So how I'm going to do that, I know many of you know that I am starting a startup. Hey, I'm starting a startup, and it is called Events, and it's going to be super cool. I mean, it came out of the idea, to be honest, of me honestly having a second stream of income while I worked my 9 to 5. But I realized that I can actually disrupt an industry, because the event space industry is very, it's old. It's kind of annoying to kind of go to book something. Like if you wanted to book a conference hall or an event space, you have to go through all this searching and stuff like that. Like I was like, what if I created something where it's like super easy to book, like super easy, and it's like it's more than just like what's out there right now. Some event spaces, they allow you to like book instantly, but what if you can actually like straight up plan a full service event online, and it's no hands until the date of your event. Like I'm like, imagine like clicking what you want. Oh, I want this, I want this, I want this, and you don't have to worry about it until like you just like literally just show up, and your event is there, like absolutely everything you need. And so I'm putting a bet on this, on the idea that people do not mind giving up or saving their own time and pushing that event stuff to someone else. And so and a lot of people can be asking, I was like, what about event planners? Well, a lot of times you're still very involved even when you have an event planner. So, it's just like this idea of like submitting what you want in a nice visual user interface, right? Like even like a 5-year-old to a 60-year-old can use this interface and literally plan a full service event in like 5 to 10 minutes. And why can't that exist? So that's kind of what I'm trying to build. And like I said, so my first goal, like in this chapter, by June 22nd, 2023, is making $200,000 a month. And honestly, that sounds big, but I actually don't. I'm not that. I'm really not that anxious about it. Like, I do believe it's possible. Like I said, I believe, and I know that we are put here to be blessed, every single one of us. So if you want it and if you can visualize it, it is yours. For me now, it's a matter of the timeline, right? Because this is a startup, and I'm going to require locations. I'm going to require engineering. I'm going to require a lot of things, and so getting to $200K a month might require me to do certain things. One of them is to literally expand Events and tomorrow, like a bunch of locations everywhere to get to that point. But I'm also kind of like looking at on a business perspective and saying like, hey, what if I started off with like 1 to 3 max locations by the time by June 22nd, 2023, and just like copying and pasting. Once I've solidified it, like I can just literally copy and paste the model of each of those locations around the world. So that's kind of like what I'm thinking so far. Or I can just like worry about impact instead of money. So honestly, that's another thing I've been thinking about, was like, do I want to worry about like that dollar amount, or do I want to worry about the impact that I'm actually giving to people and just let the money be a byproduct instead of that being my goal? I need to make $200K. So that's something I'm going to really think about. Additionally, something I'm thinking about is actually like stepping back a little bit and actually just like halving the goal a little bit and letting it be 100K by the time I'm 100K by the time I'm 24, and then just like multiplying that every single year. It's still doubling 100K every single year until I'm 30. That's gets to 10 figures. Well, not 10 figures. Yeah, gets to 8 figures a month very, very quickly. So I'm also thinking about that as well. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know if I update it, but I'm gonna make that 100K, whether or not it's gonna be in earnings or in revenue. So that's number one. So number two, and I apologize for you guys in advance because I did say that I was going to kind of update you guys on what I'm doing for like my businesses and all that stuff. And I told you guys in the last video that I was gonna do 7 things a day every single day that's gonna make me money tomorrow, right? And I did, which I'm really proud of myself. I did every single day. I made sure I ticked 7 things before I go to bed to make sure that my business is moving, because what's that law of physics? It's just like an object at rest stays at rest until acted on by an equal or opposite force. That's still the same thing in real life, in businesses. Like when I look at Events and in our Instagram page, which is at eventsand_official on Instagram, I realized that this isn't gonna make itself. Like, this needs to be acted on by an equal or opposite force. Like I need to tend to this if I want it to be where I want it to be. So with that being said, I did those 7 things every single day, but I did not write down exactly what I did every single day. I just like ticked it off of my Post-it note and then threw it away once I was done. But what I'm gonna make sure I do is make sure that I'm actually keeping tabs of what I'm doing every single day. I think that'll be good for you guys, and it'll be good for me to like keep tabs of what I did. But I'll let you guys know, this is basically what I did this past week. It's like I did a lot of stuff. So I'm in charge of all the Canva designs as of now. So I work on Canva to like post things on my on the Instagram page. I'm gonna end up hiring someone down the line to do this. But I've been making a bunch of Canva posts, which is fun, but it's also very important. And one thing that I did for myself is I made sure that I actually counted that. When I post something, I counted that as one of the 7, because look, a lot of people really do give up on Instagram. They don't count like, posting doesn't count towards success, but it actually does, because you're actually adding towards that history and the establishment of your business. And so I counted. I was like, posting easy, I'm gonna make it. Making designs easy, I'm gonna count it, because at the end of the day, you're tending to the business, and all that stuff counts. Another thing I did was like I talked to my lawyer. I hired a lawyer to help with our copyright trademark process, to make sure that, you know, this is an established brand that people know and is legalized and legitimized by the U.S. government. So I spoke with my lawyer. I'm actually gonna email her today as well to like see what we can, if there's anything else I need on my end, because the trademark process is very long. I also spoke with my Chamber of Commerce at Douglas County. I'm probably going, like I said, we're gonna expand this, like first expand it in Georgia, and then we're gonna expand it everywhere else. But I also spoke to the CEO of my Chamber of Commerce, because I knew her in high school. She was super fun to reach out to, but she just poured a bunch of resources to me, which included, reaching out to the Small Business Development Center. I think it's at Georgia State, the one nearest to me. And then, I spoke with her, and she's also gonna reach out to some people who are in tech, who can help me build the business. So a few other things I've done. I've worked with the user flow of the interface that I'm trying to build. I've worked with it as well, and I'm trying to figure out if it's the most optimized for people to go through our program. And so I'm actually going to tend to that today as well, to make sure that it's the best user interface for people who want to create an event. Like it's a package, like it's a customized package, and you don't got to worry about it after that. So I've worked with the designs of it. I'm gonna go on to building the product. My goal is like mid-July to have an MVP, a minimum viable product, by then for people to use. But for now, I'm gonna use Squarespace, which is what I've been using to kind of build the website. I've been thinking that I need to make my cat was acting up, but I'm gonna gonna use Squarespace as my minimum viable product, just to make sure that I have a website out there. That's really important. And yeah, and so make sure I got everything. T-shirts as well. So I'm gonna email a t-shirt company that I chose to put out t-shirts. I'm gonna have some of my friends and family wear our shirts, and so I can post it on Instagram, so it looks really, really good. Oh, I also finally got my business debit card. I'm currently using Bluevine. I put some money in it to get the business started. I'm also going to start. Guys, there's going to be a lot of stuff. I created basically a hiring description, because I want a marketing team as well. I'm going to hire a couple people to help push the brand forward. So I actually did a lot. I'm telling you, when you can commit to seven things every single day that tend to your business, I'm telling you, you don't even realize how much you're doing. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I think next week, obviously, I'm gonna update you guys on what's going on. I have many ideas, and so I'm trying to figure out if I even want to start maybe 2 businesses at the same time. But I know Events Ann's gonna kick off very soon, so hey. Yeah, that's what I have for now. Next time, hopefully I can have a really nice, camera for people to watch. But I had to make sure this video was done, because I said every Wednesday, and I'm gonna keep to it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you soon.